A Washington marital settlement agreement, also known as a separation agreement, is a document used when a married couple agrees on all affairs related to their divorce and ready to put that agreement in writing. Its primary purpose, aside from recording the terms, is to avoid contested and drawn-out trials in court. Since it stands to limit time in court, this video looks to describe a settlement contract, its basic functions, some legal requirements in Washington state, and we'll review how the settlement can even cut divorce-related costs. Now, let's begin. Let's start by discussing what is a marital settlement agreement. A marital or divorce settlement agreement is a document used for an uncontested divorce that relays the agreed-upon terms of a dissolution of marriage. Some of the most common topics addressed on the settlement include division of shared or marital property, distribution of debts, custody of any children, owned alimony payments, and child support. A well-made settlement can be the difference between a case with contested trials in court and one with minimum friction among both spouses. This is because the terms would be predetermined on the agreement, whereas filing a contested divorce involves attending multiple hearings before a judge. Regardless of any prior agreement, the form still needs to be reviewed by a judge to ensure that the terms and conditions are just and fair, which we'll go into further detail in just a bit. Now, let's focus on some of the essential legal requirements in Washington. Washington is one of the 9 states governed by community property laws. Community property laws state that all assets and money acquired by any of the spouses from the start of the marriage to the end is the property of the marriage. This means that each spouse automatically owns 50% interest in all assets, monies, and debts that were acquired during the marriage. Community property is generally divided equally after a divorce, but it varies from case to case, depending on the nature of the situation. Dispersions will be ascertained by a judge if both spouses cannot come to a mutual agreement through a settlement. However, a marital settlement agreement may be used in Washington to avoid such distributions by the courts. If both spouses agree on terms outside of an even divide, they can file for an uncontested divorce and use this contract to outline their desired conditions. Though, as mentioned, a judge must still approve any of such settlement. The judge may request the spouses to make major amendment or simple adjustments if any terms are deemed unfair or unjust. And finally, there are 2 more legal matters to keep in mind. Residency. One of the parties must be a resident of the state or a member of the armed forces stationed in the state in order to file for the divorce action in court. And legal grounds. Washington is a no-fault state, meaning that the filing party or petitioner must not prove to the court that the other party was at fault in order to obtain a divorce decree. Instead, they need only allege that the marriage is irretrievably broken. If both spouses follow the divorce process diligently and create a predetermined settlement, the process may take about 90 days. Each spouse should ensure that they stay open-minded in order to expedite the process while still protecting their assets. We're eForms, the largest database of legal documents. We have created an expansive and state-specific template that covers every last detail of the Washington Marital Settlement Agreement. To get this official template that can be used to file for divorce in your local Superior Court, simply click on the link below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more daily videos.